I'm Claudia Catania, and you're listening to Playing on Air. New York Story was supported by the generosity of Don and Linda Silpe. You are about to hear New York Story, written by Mike Reiss and directed by Michael Wilson. It features a mighty cast. Storied TV, stage, and film star Ed Asner of 7 Emmys, The Mary Tyler Moore Show, Lou Grant, the movies Up and Elf, fervent activist and 2-term national president of the Screen Actors Guild, Elizabeth Ashley, Tony Award winner for Take Her She's Mine and nominee for Barefoot in the Park and Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, Peter Jacobson of TV's House, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and innumerable stage and film appearances, and Daphne Rubin-Vega of the original Broadway productions of Rent and Anna in the Tropics. It's written by Mike Reiss, longtime writer for The Simpsons, and directed by former artistic director of the Hartford Stage and Broadway director as well, Michael Wilson. And now, New York Story. We are at the Manhattan side of the Brooklyn Bridge. Kay, a 70-ish woman in a wheelchair, is rolled in by her nurse, Valentina.
Let's stop here. I want to look at the Brooklyn Bridge for a while.
Okay.
I want to see the bridge, please.
Okay.
Let me stare at the bridge and imagine your body plummeting from it.
Okay.
And stop saying K. I don't know if you mean K as in okay or K meaning what in Spanish. And just to make matters worse, my name is also K. So, when you say K, I don't know if you're addressing me, agreeing with me, or wondering what the hell is going on.
Okay.
I smell Brooklyn. Are we near Brooklyn?
We're at the Brooklyn Bridge. It's right in front of you.
Can we stop here?
We stop here every day. Not that it matters. You can't see it. I'll give you 5 minutes. Blind old fart.
Your nurse is very rude to you.
He's not my nurse. He's my son.
Why is that better?
Just think if I was paying for that abuse.
You're right about that. I found my nurse on Craigslist. I swear if I ever meet Craig, I'll strangle him with my bare hands.
Nice wheelchair. How'd you get it?
Slipped in the shower. You?
Stroke.
Oh, I am sorry.
It's not so bad. Ever since the stroke, I smell fresh brownies baking all the time. Plus, I have an erection that won't go away. I call it a stroke of luck.
You're so sweet. Why is your son so mean to you?
He just gets frustrated. When I got sick, I had to move in with him. And it's crowded. He's got a wife and 4 kids.
4 kids?
Yeah, 4, 3, 8. I can't keep them straight. There's Cody, Cassidy, Cameron, and Cabot. Somehow my Jewish son gave birth to a Gentile law firm. All things considered, we get along fine.
He called you a blind old fart.
Well, I am blind. And old. And I do fart constantly. In fact, I farted just then, when I laughed.
You are a funny little man.
Yes, I am. People told me I could have been a great comedian.
What did you do?
I was a lousy comedian.
Oh, you were not.
I was one of the all-time worst. You remember Zero Mostel? People call me less than zero. I was like -3 Mostel. Hey, there's comedy. That was my catchphrase. I say, hey, there's comedy. Because people couldn't always tell.
Well, I admire what you do. I spent 50 years at theater and only did drama.
No kidding? You're an actress?
Huh? I played all the classic parts. Ibsen, Strindberg, Chekhov, but never a comedy. I always wanted to. My third husband said there was just nothing funny about me.
You had 3 husbands.
Oh, I had 5, Junior. 5 husbands, 5 actors, 5 bums.
5 golden rings.
And every one of them left me. Some left me for other women, some left me for other men, but the last one, he left me for no one. I mean, what does that say? Being alone is better company than being with me? I'm sorry you don't want to listen to this.
I'm not.
What?
Unless I really strain, I can't hear a word you're saying.
You're blind and deaf?
Don't forget crippled. I'm crippled, blind, and deaf. The hat trick.
That's horrible.
Well, no matter how bad things are, someone out there has it worse.
Who?
Excuse me?
Who could possibly have it worse than you?
You know, you're right. I'm that guy that everyone knows they're better off than. Even Helen Keller went, phew, glad I'm not him.
You have such a good attitude, and here I am complaining.
So complain. I won't hear it. You tell me all your problems, and I'll think about Anne Margaret when she was young and sexy.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I'm mad because I slipped in the shower and now I'm stuck in this wheelchair.
Yeah, go on.
And it's all my fault. I mean, I bought those sticky, grippy things to put in the tub, but I was too lazy to install them. Oh, and I'm mad because I could have been the old broad in Titanic, but I turned it down to Uncle Vanya.
Yeah, interesting.
You sure you're not listening? Because if you are, I swear.
Yes, fascinating. Go on.
And I'm mad, furious, really, because the last part I went up for, they told me I was too old. Oh. Okay, yeah, but you know who got the part? Elaine Stritch. I mean, nobody's older than Elaine Stritch. She's older than theater itself. They invented theater just to give that old cow something to do.
You still talking?
Yes.
So many problems.
But it's almost finished. I'm really mad, because by the time I figured out I was a lesbian, it was too late to do anything about it. That's it. I'm done.
Yes. Go on.
I'm done.
Feel better?
You know I do. I'm lucky I met you.
Oh, it's not luck. It's fate. You, me, a couple of old showbiz pros at the same place at the same time.
Oh, come on. This is New York. You can't throw a stick without hitting an actor.
Let's try. My cane is a stick. Ow!
You hit someone.
Blind. I'm blind. I'm blind.
He's coming over here.
Does he look like an actor?
He looks homeless.
Maybe he's a playwright.
You dropped this.
Thank you. Tell me, my fragrant friend, are you an actor?
No.
See?
Oh, I tried. I really tried. For 10 years, theater was my drug. Now, drugs are my drug.
Excellent career move. Here's $5.
Thanks. This is $1.
I'm blind. Last bum got a coupon for eyebrow threading.
Here's $5.
Thank you, ma'am. You're an actress, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
I know it. You're Elaine Stritch.
No, but I'm a great admirer of her work. Nice talking to you. Give me that cane.
Ow!
Elaine Stritch. That old hag sang at the Last Supper.
Could you keep it down? I'm doing something here.
What are you doing?
I'm texting my agent. I'm letting him know I'm free for the rest of the century.
You text?
I text, I tweet, the whole deal.
That's not a cell phone, is it?
No, it's a Kit Kat bar.
So you don't really expect to reach your agent?
I'm dubious. My agent has been dead for 15 years.
So why are you doing that?
So I can look like every other schmuck in the park. Here's a Pop-Tart. Now we can text each other. Hello, Kay. I'm in the park.
Me too. Isn't it a wonderful day?
I don't know. I've been looking down at my phone all day.
Later, I will send you a photograph of my lunch for no damned reason.
I will send you a photo of my schlong and ruin my future political career.
Really?
No. LOL.
OMG.
MOUSE. That's comedy. Terrible catchphrase. Gets on your nerves almost instantly. I hear wheels. Is it another crippled entertainer? We could use a singer.
Oh, it's a woman with a stroller talking on a real cell phone.
No, the apartment doesn't have a walk-in closet. It was a walk-in closet. That's why we're only asking $800,000. I really have to take this call. Could you two watch Dallas for a while?
Is that still on the air?
Dallas is my baby.
Sure, we'll watch the kid.
If some gang members come, we'll kick the crap out of them.
Thank you. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Kid, you'll end life the way you started it. Wrinkled, bald, and on wheels.
Here, Dad, I found your cane in the middle of the park.
Okay, you've mastered fetch. Next we try roll over.
I'm not your dog, Dad. Where did this baby come from?
Well, this woman and I fell in love. I knocked her up, and this is the result. You were gone a long time.
Oh, he's real funny, isn't he, lady?
Yes, he is funny. And you're terribly rude. This is a sweet man, and you should be a little nicer to him.
And you've known him for, 5 whole minutes? I've been with him my whole life. And I know the real man, the one who sits home grumbling all day about the jobs that passed him by and the people who screwed him over. Can you imagine living with that?
I'm sure it's very difficult.
In private, he's just a bottomless well of anger and bitterness. That's why Mom left him. That's why my sisters wouldn't take him in.
I understand.
Damn it, now I'm all wound up. I gotta go have a smoke.
I feel terrible.
Me too.
And baby makes 3.
Make it stop. Turn it off.
Turn off the baby?
I don't know. I don't do babies.
There's nothing to know. They're like ketchup bottles. You pat one end until something comes out the other. Oh,
It's getting worse. Please do something. You're a father.
I'm a lousy father.
Well, show me you're not.
All right. Houston, don't cry, little Houston.
His name is Dallas.
Dallas, Houston, it's still Texas. Anyone around Dave anymore?
Oh, God, make it stop. I've got a migraine.
All right. Holy Christ. Something's wrong with this kid.
That's his Elmo doll.
Oh.
Dallas, honey, I'm right here. I'm right here. Thanks for looking after my baby.
No problem.
You know you're walking.
I noticed that. Why the hell do I need this chair? I'm walking.
Oh, my God.
Now I'm strolling. I'm strutting. I'm wobbling. I'm teetering. I'm falling.
Jesus, Dad, what are you doing?
I forgot I was crippled.
You're not strong enough for that. You could have been hurt.
Good, I deserve it.
Don't say that. I'm sorry I blew off steam like that, especially in front of your lady friend. Everyone thinks life must be a million laughs living with Lou Fountain.
Wait. You're Lou Fountain?
I was. Back when I had hair and teeth and legs.
Lou Fountain?
That's my name. Actually, my name is Levi Spritzwasser. I had to change it for showbiz. It was too Irish.
Sorry, lady. Here I was complaining to a perfect stranger about how my dad complains too much.
We all need to complain. The trick is to find someone who pretends to listen but doesn't really give a crap.
Like a deaf friend.
Or a psychiatrist.
Or God.
Whoa, Dad, that's a little harsh.
What more can God do to me?
All right, it's getting cold. I better take you home.
Would you mind getting my nurse, please? She's right over there. She's the one Hispanic woman not holding an Asian baby for a white couple.
Sure.
Remember, you said it was fate we met here today?
No.
You said it 10 minutes ago.
10 minutes is like 3 months in old man time. What's the point?
Well, one night, back in 1974, I hit rock bottom. My fourth husband had just left me for my third husband, and I thought nothing could cheer me up. But then I bought a ticket to see Lou Fountain at Dangerfields, and you weren't bad at all. You made me laugh so hard, at least for one evening, I forgot all my problems.
Wow, thanks, kid. It's nice to hear.
But that's not all of it. After the show, I went backstage to tell you how wonderful you were, and you asked me out for a drink.
Ah?
And after a few drinks, we went back to your place, and you took me to bed.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. I took you to bed. Then we did stuff?
Oh, we did lots and lots of stuff.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Sex stuff?
Oh, yes. I mean, I'm sure you don't remember me.
Are you Kay? Kay with a red beret? Huh?
You remember?
Comedians don't get a lot of groupies. I had 2 in 40 years. You were the one who didn't steal my wallet. I'm lucky I got you before you went lesbian.
Wait, how did you know that?
You just told me.
I told you because you said you couldn't hear.
Oh, yeah, right. I forgot. Well, I might have heard a word or two, though, you know. I'm not sure what you said. Was it lesbian? Maybe it was Libyan. Are you Libyan? I like that Gaddafi. Yes, sir. Terrible guy, but great hair.
Oh, it's nice to see you again, Lou.
Nice to see you, Kay with a red beret.
Let's go, Dad.
Wait. Kay, indulge an old man. How was I?
When?
That night, back in 74.
You were hilarious.
I meant in bed.
So did I. Hey, that's comedy.
Son, take me home. This woman is stealing my bit I stole from George Burns. Let's go. Mush.
Oh, Valentina, I've had the most wonderful morning.
¿Qué?
I said, what letter does Knish start with? C or K?
¿Qué?
Exactly. You don't understand a blessed word I say, do you?
¿Qué?
Good. From now on, I'm going to be discussing all my problems with you. Okay?
¿Qué?
You just heard New York Story, written by Mike Reiss and directed by Michael Wilson. It featured Elizabeth Ashley as Kay, Ed Asner as Lou, Peter Jacobson as his son Phil, as well as the homeless man, and Daphne Rubin-Vega as Valentina, the real estate broker, mother of Dallas, and also as the squalling Dallas himself. First, I want to thank everybody for staying with us to talk a little bit. Mike Reiss, playwright. Thank you. Michael Wilson, director. Elizabeth Ashley, who played Kay. Daphne Rubin-Vega, who played Valentina. Peter Jacobson, who played the homeless man. and Phil, and of course, Ed Asner, who played Lou. Mike Reiss, playwright.
Hello.
You write for The Simpsons.
Yes.
So you know a thing or two about comedy.
I worked with Ed 17 years ago. I don't know if he remembers even doing it, but it was.
Do tell, what was it?
He played a newspaper editor. Again, that wasn't
big
even.
stretch.
This wasn't even. Yes, right. That wasn't even this millennium. That's how long the show's been going.
Wow.
I don't recall.
You were a lot nicer back then.
What is the
I was a
process
suck
like?
up.
What's the process like writing for The Simpsons? How does it work exactly?
It's everything is written by a gang. It's written by 10 guys sitting around a table. I always say it's like a kibbutz, but more Jewish.
Is that why you're never in New York on a Wednesday?
That's it. I'm done. I've been doing it for 28 years now, and I'm only good for about 1 day a week. So I live in New York, and I fly every Wednesday to L.A., and I work for 8-10 hours, and then I fly right back here on a red eye because I love my job, and I hate Los Angeles.
Why did you call this play New York Story?
I think there was some contest that said we need New York stories. I keep changing the title of this. There was a father and son contest, and I called it Father and Son. And it's been called Comedy is Hard. I just keep changing the title. I got one play in me.
Lou in Mike Reiss's play New York Story it reminds me of the comedians who moved from the variety entertainment world of vaudeville stages to early radio, to early television, to Las Vegas, and any gig they could get thereafter. Is Lou a composite of a number of these guys? Did any of you personally know comedians of the one-liner and quick punchline era?
Well, when I first started in the theater, in 1958, most of the stage doormen were guys that had been vaudevillians, and so I mean it was just sort of they were sort of old guys, but they always. If you were to play that ran for a while, they'd do their act for you, and it was great. I mean, everything from playing spoons to like to like the jokes and the physical stuff. And then I was lucky enough when the first sort of like really hit play, the big hit play I was in, was directed by George Abbott and starred Art Carney. And it was the first thing that Art had done after the Honeymooners. And so Art's dressing room was always full of comics, right? I mean, people that he had known, I mean, all those years. And so they were the one, I mean, and I was, like 18 or 19 years old or something. And so, I mean, I was their joke prop in that they thought it was great fun to try and teach me how to do a double take, a spit take, a triple take. I mean, and how to do pratfalls and stuff like that. And because, I mean, before that I had been a ballet dancer, so they thought they were going to get all of that out of me. And they really kind of did. I mean, so those are just great privileges because I was so young, and it was just sort of, I guess, the decade where a lot of those people were still alive. And because, I mean, most of the guys that were always in Art's dressing room were a lot older than him. You know, they were guys he'd been on the road with even when he was, like, I think fronting for a big band or something. So, I mean, it was just great. It's one of the memories I truly treasure.
What happened to the appeal of the one-liners and the punchlines that they excelled in?
It grew up to be like sketch comedy in a way, I think, didn't it?
I just read 500 pages called The Comedians, and it's the history of comedy in 20th to 21st century. And I think they pegged it on TV, that a comic, all he needed was 7 minutes of good jokes, but then he'd go on TV and he needed more. And it was the same time there was a transition from a singer in a club to a singer-songwriter. You had to be able to create it and perform it.
Yes.
But every time someone came along, like Rodney Dangerfield, who was very old school, he was huge. He was huge in this era when all the guys like him had gone, because people love that kind of comedy.
Ed Asner,
Yeah.
are you up What is it about the character of Lou that you,
His name.
as a person, the name clearly,
His name opens doors
yes, his name opens doors,
and closes them.
Mr. Lou Grant. But as a person and as an actor, what can you relate to in the character of Lou?
Oh, well, he's adorable like me.
That's for sure.
He's quirky and quick like me.
Yes.
He's very sexually oriented, and I'm surprised, I'm very disappointed that Lou didn't pursue further sexual relationships with Kay.
The lovely Kay.
Yeah.
What is it about the character of Kay that you can relate to?
What, a cranky ancient actress who does nothing but bitch, moan, and complain, who is demanding and hard to get along with. I can't imagine. It was just such a reach. Yeah, but listen, I mean, as an ancient actress who was on the dark side of 75, let me just tell you that at a certain point, if you have survived, you are so far past bitterness, envy, me, because you've been through it all. We've all seen that brutality. I want to take you, like, you're not, I mean, Downey here is not nearly old enough to know, but there is, it's interesting. There's it's one of the great sororities in that if we're still standing, and it is, we have been through so much. It is so brutal, and we have survived so much that, I mean, we are warrior women.
I always think of it like I just heard, it's not new,
Daphne.
but you know, there's like sperm. You know, it takes one to become a person. But think about all that sperm. And here we are, winning. Like, we're already winners. And so, like, it's the same with the business. If you're still standing and able to show up and deliver, you're ahead of the game.
It's a triumph.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
But, and
And be
I
funny.
find that the mean-spirited, the petty, the envious, all of that stuff, I find that those demons in people kind of tend to limit whatever their creative imagination or their talent or whatever you want to call it. And I find that generally they'll wash out a lot quicker, you know?
Well, it's human though, you know. I mean, I always can't stand it. Like my closest friends, when they get something really successful going, why either I feel like, well, I'm happy because that's my success too. It's like family. It's like, you know, I don't feel diminished when, you know, my kid does well or something. But when it's my girlfriend, I'm like, la 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 la. So I try to embrace it also, you know, and it goes around and it comes around. Doesn't always work, but you fake it.
Michael Wilson, in the course of the 2 or 3 hours you had with this talented group to whip Mike's piece into shape, did anything surprise you?
Well, I think when you work on a play, every time you read it, the more you uncover. And then when you then hear it with actors, you learn more things, right? But one of the things that I got the second reading today, I kind of, the climax to me, I don't know, became so much clearer that it's actually in a weird way Phil's play. And
Absolutely right.
I actually think that too.
Yeah, and that, you know, it seems to be largely this.
That's just the way it is. We all know that.
Well, but there's things like that surprise you, and I think that's exciting when that happens, and that then you see that what the drama of the comedy is driving towards that moment, which then kind of uncovers and, if you will, deflates the kind of levity of the humor and the resiliency that Lou has been trying to keep in the air, and Kay with him, and it kind of brings them back down to the you know, the reality of their lives and what they have to combat each day and how they're not necessarily that successful at it, and they have to then figure out how they pick up from there. And I don't know, that's what makes the play very human and very real. And
Yeah.
There's a full-length version of this play with yet another title, and we did it off-Broadway. Ivoryton, Connecticut, and we did it in Connecticut, and sure enough, it was Phil's play, and I was amazed as anyone that he's the guy you're watching the whole show. You're just caught up in his story.
Anyway, I want to thank you all. It was great fun. Mike Reiss, who wrote New York Story, at least as of now, working title, New York Story. Michael Wilson, who directed it. Elizabeth Ashley, who played Kay. Thank you. Daphne Rubin-Vega, who played at least 3 parts.
A couple of honeys, I'll tell you.
A couple of honeys, for
He's
sure.
a silver-tongued devil.
Peter Jacobson, also multiple roles, and of course, Ed Asner, who played Lou. Thank you all so much.
Delight to be with you.
Thank you, Claudia.
Thank you, Claudia. Thank you for having us.
Happy trails.
Thank you. You've been listening to Playing on Air, Great American Short Plays with Great American Actors. Theme and play music by Tom Cochan. Recording and sound design by John Kilgore. Associate producer Sasha Spitzer. Literary and development associate Lucy Fleming. Social media and outreach Bonnie Antosh. Distributed by PRX, Public Radio Exchange. We invite you to visit our website at playingonair.org, where you can stream short plays and find information about our artists and plays. Join us on Facebook or Twitter, and subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. While you're there, leave us a review. We value your opinion. For Playing on Air, I'm your host, Claudia Catania. Thanks for listening.